That's right. That's right. That was a clap of hands for you guys who are here. Thank you for being here with us. Truly appreciate you for taking the time out to be here as we speak. Okay. Trying to figure out where this camera was. I guess it's all the way over here. All right, so how y'all doing? As you know, your boy's back here live and in color to finish what I started. There were about two persons who had sent their offerings uh, for me to continue to read their chart. Hey, Alexis Pope, how you doing? Bren, good to have you here. Appreciate y'all too for just being here with me at this very moment in time. It is amazing that you guys are here and have been supporting me from day one, and I am truly appreciative of that. Now, we have two people that we're going to be doing this reading for. One is Destiny Jones. The other is Sarita Renda. If you are here with us, Sarita Renda or Destiny Jones, it is a pleasure and honor for you if you would be open to coming on live with us. All right, we got a few people here with us. That's tall, that's black, magnificent, black. We have tall, black, and beautiful. How y'all doing? How you doing, tall, black, and beautiful? Right. Hey, what's going on? Shake a stick. Natanya, good to see you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you as always. I'm just waiting for Sarita Render to come on live, and we have Destiny Jones. Once they let me know here, then I'll be going there. Say, Sarita Render says, "Hey, I'll go live even though I'm scared." What are you afraid of? There's absolutely nothing to be afraid of. I was told the other day that somebody said, Astro, sometimes you can be intimidating. And I'm like, how? Why? I think I'm one of the most nicest people you'll get to read your chart. Some people are real assholes. You know what I mean? And I'm not an asshole. I am pretty much a straightforward kind of guy, you know? So here's the link, Miss hey Sarita. Thank you very much. Yeah. And use family too. And you fam. Come on. We got this. You got this. We don't think I think you're less shy than you say. So let me take a look. I'm gonna find your chart. I think I did your chart before, so we're gonna look to see where it's at. All right. SIRIDARENDER. And let's see if we'll find it. I've been watching you last night. I think of you. All right, so we do have your chart. So I send a link just now, Sarita. You could just click that link and come on live. Let's look at this chart of yours. Let's see what we got going on, what your three questions are. That's what we're doing. Listen, I am excited to be with y'all. It is a beautiful year. I promised you in 2024. In 2021, I was like, listen, y'all ain't gonna see me until 2024. And just so said, so done. Where did she go?
Can you hear me?
Yes. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. Today's a beautiful day. Let me turn my mic up. I hear things in the background. Is that you typing or that's the background?
No, it's probably just the background. I'm waiting outside my boys' school for them to finish karate.
Okay, because the sound is a little distorted. Maybe it's feedback from me, or you hearing me from another Another
Oh,
device. I don't know what it is, but I'm basically getting feedback. Let's see. Say something so I can see if it's feedback. Okay, so I can't hear you now. You're on mute. Yeah, you're still mute. I can't hear you. So how about you exit and then just come back in? Like exit the whole, yeah, there you go. And then just come back in. I'll let you in. That way you could be well prepared. All right, where you at? Come back in, Sarita. Let's go. Oh man, say something so we can know what we're dealing with. All right. Okay. Device not connected. Okay. There you go. Once you're connected,
all right. Is this better?
that's way better. Ah,
Okay, great.
I was a little worried there just now.
Me too. See, that's why I be scared. Technical difficulties and me putting
It's
my foot in my
okay.
mouth. Whew.
It's all right. It's all right. You shouldn't be worried about that. Hey, Tonica, how you doing? That's all right. How y'all doing? Hope you're doing all right. So listen, uh, I already pulled up your chart. You got to tell me like, um, what questions do you have for me?
My first one is about my kids. What are the best ways to nurture them as a homeschooling mom? I want to homeschool them for the next school year, so I want to see what
What
my
is the
chart
best
says about.
way?
Yeah,
Sorry, you went missing for a second. I didn't hear the last part. What did you say?
the best way to nurture each of my children as a homeschooling mom. I have
Oh,
three
and how many kids do
children.
you have?
Three.
Uh, what order? Boy, girl, girl, boy. What you have?
My oldest is a girl, and my youngest two are
Girl,
boys.
girl, and you say your youngest is a girl and your oldest are boys.
My oldest is a girl, and my youngest are boys.
Okay, so that's
Yep.
two boys and one girl.
Yep.
All right, and the girl. Okay, so that's okay. How old is your oldest child?
11.
Mm, she ain't reached that age yet. You know that age where they become rebellious.
Oh, she reached it. Yeah, she's there now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh, it's gonna be rough.
Yes, yes, yes. I need all the help I can get.
Okay. And the next child after 11 is how old?
9.
9. All right. And the next child after that is how old?
6.
6. So that's 11, 9, and 6.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what sign is there. Okay. All right. So the first question is really a three-part question because it's actually three kids, but we gonna take that as one question because
Okay.
that's important to you.
Okay.
Let's take a look at your natal chart first as it pertains to your first child, your daughter. Do you find her to be super aggressive
Sometimes, yep.
sometimes?
Yep.
From a scale of 0 to 10, what do you consider uh, sort of heightened emotionalism and aggressiveness? 0 to
Mm,
10.
yeah, heightened emotions a lot.
I mean, what do you
From
grade it from 0 to 10? What would you consider it?
probably about, I would say about 7 or 8.
Wow, 'cause that's a lot.
Yeah.
And where would you say she's most rebellious?
Mm.
At the age
She's
of
just
11.
very argumentative. Like everything I say, like even if it's something good, like I could say, I'm gonna give you $1 million. And she'd be like, no, I want 1,000,001. And it's like, girl.
Damn, that's rough.
Yeah.
But I could see it though. I could definitely see it. And damn, I can understand what you're saying. So I want to say this. That one is that's because you have on your fifth house, you have
Mm.
Scorpio on your fifth house. That first one is your most intense child.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the most intense one, and she's gonna continue to be intense. I also want you to
Mhm.
know, and I don't mean to say this and make you think that I'm speaking this on your daughter's life,
Mhm.
but she's gonna also be interested in sexual activities. She's going to be very much more mature than most 13 and 14-year-olds when she gets that age. Around that time is when you
Mhm.
have to be really, really strong about that
Okay.
because it's showing that in her chart that she's going to be super aggressive towards that.
Okay.
What I would say with her is, let's see, so that means in the 10th house. What does she want to do for a living? She ever told you?
She wants to be a chef.
The reason why I asked that is because um, the ruler of this house is Pluto. It's in Libra in the fourth house. And what I would look at is the anti Pluto, which will probably be um, in the 10th house in Aries. And I would really say that you want to nurture her, then show her that you're interested in her career and what she's going to have.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You do that now?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Have you bought her tools and stuff to pursue that at the age of
She
11?
That's another one of our argument. If she doesn't want to eat what I cook, I gave her the tools and she makes her own meals now.
Mm. You say that's one of the arguments y'all have is what?
Yeah, if any little thing. It could be what's for dinner. And if she doesn't like what I'm cooking, then I'll say, okay, we'll go ahead and make what you like. And she'll make her own food.
Well, that's great because it's showing that you need to push her out there. That's going to make her be a less vulnerable, less vulnerable to being aggressive
Hmm.
towards or it being emotionalized or intense. It's going to yeah. What I also see with this child is to nurture them, is to give this child their privacy as well. This child needs their privacy. So don't be infringing. I know parents got to because we got to protect and see what's going on with our children. But
Yeah.
don't ever let her know, unless there's an extreme reason to let her know that you
Hmm.
are monitoring her social media.
Yeah.
Because if you infringe on her and make her feel as if she has no privacy, you are going to cause her to rebel even more.
Okay. Okay.
So you're gonna have to find a fancy way to know if there's a stranger talking to her on so and so, you know, maybe message the stranger back and delete the comment afterwards or something. I don't know. But either
Hmm.
way, you if you have to uh allow trust her, you're gonna lose at a certain age.
Okay.
The second son, that's the mama's boy. The moon is in the seventh house. This is the
Yep.
mama's boy.
Oh Lord.
Yes, I know. And middle children, they sort of always want your attention. That's just how they naturally are. And you have dark moon Lilith, the moon in there, and it's in Capricorn. That one is going to be more business oriented and more responsible. He's going to feel more responsible towards his siblings and his family as he gets older.
Mm.
It's going to be something that he's going to learn from his mom, which is you. So you are here to, where is their dad in the mix?
He is, but he's out of state right now caring for his mom.
Okay. Are y'all married?
No.
Y'all are together?
No, we co-parent peacefully most of the time.
Okay, that's pretty cool. And like I said, as it pertains to him, he's gonna want to be that responsible kid. How you nurture him is similar to your first daughter. Only thing is, like I said, because Capricorn rules business, that rules the government. So you literally have to teach him how to be business minded or be serious responsibility.
Okay.
Your third child, which is the last son for now, is the artsy one. This is the one that's going to, you know, because Pisces on your ninth house, this is the one that may seem a little bit when they get older, even though they may seem serious and very smart and intelligent. This is the child that has the most past life knowledge.
I could see that.
Okay. And I say that because Neptune is the rule of the ninth house and is sitting in the sixth house and the 25th degree. That seven, 2 plus 5 is seven. That's knowledge. And that means that they bring back spirit past life knowledge and even about things that happened to them when it came to health. So this one is pretty much going to be either super critical but very smart. You don't have to worry about intelligence with this child, but they are also very artsy and creative.
Yep.
I would say with this one, you just let them be. The second child, more responsibility. The third child, just let this child be.
Yes, he pretty much schools himself. He started reading it too, and he is so creative. Like he does stuff better than me now. I gave him Canva, and this boy is creating. He has his own little folders in there. Like it's
Yeah,
just
you gotta
amazing.
let him. You gotta let him just be. Just let him. Just let the. When I say the universe is this kid's playground, just let him just do what he do. All right.
Okay.
All right. You basically it seems as if you're nurturing them and mothering them the best way possible, which is pretty good. I think you're
Okay.
doing an excellent job in that area. So your next question,
Whew. Okay. The next one is when would be the best time for me to make a career change?
career change. What do you do for a living now?
Graphic design. I'm an art director at a nonprofit.
Let's see, Mars and Libra. Okay, and that's the rule of your 10th house, and the MC is there. Okay, so you're a creative designer. What do you want to do?
I don't even know. I have a lot of interest, and I think that's where I'm at right now, just exploring my interests to really, see where my passions lead me. But I do feel like I need a change. I'm tired of what I'm doing now.
You tired of what?
Being a designer.
What do you want to do? You still ain't say what you want to do.
I don't know. I want to explore. I want to explore like anything
Okay.
creative still. But yeah, I don't know exactly yet.
All right. Definitely, I can understand where you're coming from. According to this, you progress into having. Uh, you may not believe it or not. There could possibly be some musical talents that you could actually focus on and do. All
I
right.
believe it.
Your chart is showing that your Neptune has progressed into your fifth house, and so is your Uranus. Your 10th house has MC on it. The MC, I mean, as it's MC in it, there's Chiron there, and that's in Taurus. Taurus is ruled by Venus. In your progressed chart, you have Cancer in the 12th house. And that's a clear indication, even though you're already creative. This is also showing that you could do well in the intuitive area, meaning
Mm,
developing one's own intuition and psychic ability and all the other stuff. MC, Taurus, Scorpio. So I see that you could focus on esoteric knowledge and
mhm.
wisdom and
Okay.
becoming more. engulfed in that. Where's your Pluto? Pluto and Libra in the third house. So it's showing that you can get into this knowledge, whatever secret, whatever area that is. Where's Jupiter in first and Pluto in second? So there's also a healing modality or some sort of modality that you can actually learn and teach. And it's
Mm.
showing that once you focus on that, you could create an educational, like Libra, Pluto, under Libra, and Aries. That will be in your ninth house. You could provide a sort of a field, an educational, um, how should I put it, platform for this particular thing that you focus on. Is showing that. So this creativity that you want to get into is has to do with something with to do with spirituality. The reason why I say that is because, and has to do with a spiritual business. I say that because this MC right here, which represents like your status and what you're supposed to be doing, is a 14 degree. That's 1 plus 5, 4 equals 5. That means, a sense of creativity, expression. And this is Taurus is ruled by Venus, and your Venus is in the 12th house, and it's in the sign of Cancer. And your Cancer is ruled by the moon, and your moon is in the first house in Leo, which goes back to the sun, which is the rule of Leo in Cancer. So what I see here when it comes to your career status is you need to focus on any area that deals with intuition, spirituality, or anything that's psychic. As
Mm.
a matter of fact, because this wait, you're supposed I know you say creativity or creative, but your chart is showing that you're supposed to be doing what I do.
What? Wow. And
Why are you
see,
laughing?
because I always felt like I had like some kind of hidden talents or hidden gifts that I haven't really tapped into yet, and this interests me a lot, but I haven't really delved into it that much yet.
What I mean by what I do, I mean in hypnosis, past life regressions. When the
Y-
ruler of the 10th house is sitting in the sign of Cancer and it's in the 12th house, that's an indication of either counseling past wounds or generational curses because Cancer rules the generation and
Mm,
Venus ruling, pleasure, but also Nemesis is conjunct there. And it normally represents the hidden enemy within, and it's conjunct the Venus, the rule of the MC, and that's a clear indication to me that you're supposed to be doing something like past life regressions and quantum healing at this point. That's probably why you've been feeling, uh,
mhm.
and that's an area that you can focus on. How I know that is because Neptune, which is the planet that rules naturally the 12th house, and it rules, believe it or not, a few things. It rules psychedelics, it rules, magic, spirituality, psychic information. It also rules hypnosis. I say hypnosis or past life regressions because your MC, your Neptune is conjunct your galactic center, which means that there's something connected to past lives and you and being a natural talent of yours that you need to use for the collective and not just yourself.
Mm, okay, I can see that.
Are you in a relationship now?
No.
Because according to this, your Juno is conjunct your galactic center in your progress chart, and so is your Neptune. That means that there's in doing this, you will meet a sort of a marriage or long-term partner.
Mm,
All right. That's because it's
okay.
conjunct 26 degrees, 26 degrees. So that's what I see here. I think that you should that's an area you need to focus on. I know you think that I'm just trying to, but I'm just telling you what I'm looking at.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what it's showing. To me, uh, by looking at your progressed, and you have your sun in Cancer in a 12th house, Mercury in Cancer in the 12th house, North Node in the 12th house. This is Amor in the 12th house, Astro in the 12th house, Venus, all this whole study in the 12th house is past life related
Mm,
and psychic ability related. So what I see is that you could use that to your best of your advantage.
okay. Yeah, this definitely resonates though.
All right, because if you don't use that, if you don't do that, then you're gonna find yourself depressed, thinking about the past and what you didn't do and what you should have done.
Mhm.
When you could use that gift to go into people's past or within your own subconscious mind and get and have to gain some like valuable information for the people.
Mhm. Okay.
All right. So your third question.
Okay. It was, what ways can I better express my presence in the world? And you pretty much tapped in that.
That's the exact same thing.
Yep.
And the thing is, the best way, because your north node is in the 12th house in Cancer.
Hmm.
Cancer is ruled by the moon, and your moon is in the first house. So you need to put yourself out there more.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
But what
yeah,
I would,
that shy girl thing. That's not. Yeah, no.
I have a block there or something. I don't know how to remedy this fear I have of putting myself out there and being seen. I just don't like it. I'd rather just be behind the scenes.
The
I'm such a
reason why
behind the
is
scenes person.
even in your this is what I learned about 12 house sons people. When you have the house and sun in 12th house, you guys do not like shining and or being out there in the spotlight.
No, I like helping other people shine. But
Yeah,
for me, it's like, stop looking at me. Stop, look over there.
yeah, that's not no. With your chart, this is showing that you may have started off like that as a child, but at this point in time, the ruler of your 12th house is in the first house. Clear indication that you need to bring your psychic ability and all this information, develop them, put yourself out there, be
Hmm.
vulnerable and open so
Okay.
people, and when you're open and vulnerable, people accept you more. You're more powerful that way
Mm.
than trying to hide yourself or some parts of yourself and just sell them the parts that they know. People are very intuitive. We are all in tune. Believe it or not, they don't have to be in psychic to know when you're hiding stuff about yourself.
Hmm.
People would say there's something about him I don't like or her, and I just know that they're lying or they're not being honest. And you can feel because we are all in tune with each other.
Yep.
And being vulnerable and open makes that person to know, oh, I was right. And then this person has this, at least they're being honest with me. So you got to
Hmm.
learn how to just not be so private. Be private with things that you have not accomplished yet. And when it comes to what happening in your home itself, but be vulnerable and open with yourself when it comes to the way you feel about a particular thing or the way your philosophy of life. All right.
Hmm. Okay.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Rita, for today.
Thank
Really
you
appreciate
so
it.
much.
All right, no problem. And you enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thanks. You
Bye
too.
bye.
Bye.
All right. Wait. Okay. Tonica, Miss Orr said she sent. I could already. I sent your cash app a couple of weeks ago. Miss Tonica Orr, you feel like coming on? Should you say? And can you send me your, uh, because I tell people if you miss your reading, we normally cash that in as a donation because you got to be here. I won't be holding readings for weeks and weeks on end. But you cool with me. So uh who's here? Let me see. Who else? Oh, Destiny. All right. So Destiny, what you need to do, let's go. Don't be scared. Let's be on. Uh for Miss Tonica, you can if you want to wait in the waiting room as well, you can. Y'all two will be the last two that I'll be doing for now, I think. I also have Tara. Yeah, you sent your cash up a long time ago. I just sent the link just now. Just copy the link or click the link. See it right here. It shows HTPP. I just sent the link. All right. Sassy J said, just a question for thought. Would you ever consider doing payment plans like Afterpay for your services? I don't know about it. I don't know about Afterpay. I don't know about it. If I knew how to handle it. And I don't handle my finances. I don't handle the books. I have a whole team that does that and they advise me on what's the best thing to do. The only thing I do with you guys is I do this. This is what I'm good at. That's what I'm good at. So, like I said, I send a link. Multi-million Black says, "Did you receive the Cash App?" Hold on. Oh, we got a few people send Cash App quick like that. Damn, y'all ain't playing. So we got Miss Wally. Wow, Rakima. I ain't hear from Rakima in a bit. How you doing? And we got Queen. All right, so I send a link. All right, listen. The link is right. Oh, it's not clicking on there. All right. All right. Sorry. Let me see if I can go on Facebook and put it on there too, because I don't know why it's not showing. It's showing on YouTube, but it's not showing on Facebook. So give me a second, and you go to my page, and I'm gonna put the link in the comment. All right. The link is right here. I just clicked it just now. That's the link. If you want to come on, just come in my Zoom. Let's go. Let's have a conversation. For those who are on Facebook. All right. So the first person that's in is Destiny. Destiny, I just sent the link. You're first. Rakima Wally, you are third because I have Tara. So I have, it's Tanika, Tara, and then it's you, Miss Rakima. All right. So here it is. All right, there you go, Destiny.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Excellent. Hey, I see you was on it from this rise, and you was like, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
Hey, I appreciate that. All right, so is this your first time doing a reading with me?
Yes.
Oh, how did you find out about me?
I've been following your page for a while, so I pop in, I pop out, but I've been following you for maybe like 2 years now.
A few years.
Mhm.
Well, I appreciate that. You know what I mean? I appreciate that. So your real name is Destiny Jones.
Yes.
All right, date of birth
10/15/1996.
and time of birth
4:50 p.m.
4:50.
Uh-huh.
And where were you born?
Dallas, Texas.
Are you in Dallas now?
Yeah.
Damn, I was gonna come in Dallas, but I'm in H Town. I'm gonna be in H Town.
Okay, okay, okay. I was looking at your events and I seen that you got one coming up in Houston at the end of this year, so I think I want to come.
Yeah, I'll be in H Town, Houston.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So, what three questions you got for me?
Okay, so my first one is, will I be successful on my spiritual path
Are you there?
within my spiritual career?
Did you hear? I was asking what three questions do you have for me?
My first one was, will I be successful within my spiritual career?
What do you do for a living? Why don't you share with us what you do for a living, and if you don't mind, you can share your social media platform.
Okay,
I'm that kind of person. I feel like we all need each other. You know what I mean? And
thank
so
you,
you just let me know. Like so.
thank
So
you.
first and foremost, what do you do for a living?
So I'm transitioning into my spiritual career. I am a tarot reader. I do have mediumship, and I'm also getting into my healing practices as well. So I heal through my candles. So I do a lot of candle.
A lot of candle work.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. You got that. You got that white magic on lock.
Yeah.
All right. All right. People don't know the difference between the different magics, but I do.
I do too.
It's the right hand path and the left hand path. If
Yes,
you
sir.
if you know, you know what you know, what you know.
Hmm.
All right. And you say candle, you're a medium and tarot reading. And how long have you been practicing these things?
Oh, I've been practicing for maybe about 5 or 6 years. But I've always
Okay.
been gifted. I've always been gifted. But just tuning in 5 or 6 years. I'm just now getting back into like getting onto social media and getting active because, like you were telling the last girl, I'm kind of shy. I'm kind of nervous to put myself out there. But I'm trying.
So first and foremost, you're already out there now. So you got to
Yeah.
share with us your social media platform. Where can somebody find you if they want to know these
Um.
sort of things or experience whatever it is you have, whatever gift you have?
So my name on all social medias is Divinely Destiny.
Divinely Destiny.
Hmm.
Okay. Divinely Destiny. Spell that for us. So not everybody can spell. Some of y'all be
Okay.
having spelling.
So it's DIVINELY Destiny DESTINY.
Okay. All right. And that's on Instagram. That's on Facebook. That's on what else?
TikTok and YouTube.
TikTok and YouTube. All right. Excellent. Thank you very much
Thank
for sharing
you.
and being completely vulnerable. All right. So we're gonna add. I'm gonna add this chart, which is your chart.
Okay.
And first and foremost, you are Pisces rising. And then your chart is showing that you're supposed to be in spirituality. You have your MC
Mm,
right here
okay.
is in Sagittarius,
Yeah.
and Sagittarius ruled by Jupiter, and your Jupiter is sitting in the 11th house,
Okay.
right? But I want you to understand why I realize you're supposed to be working for yourself, because when the ruler of the 10th house or the MC is in the sign of Capricorn, that represents having a business.
Okay.
Sagittarius is the sign that rules foreign places, foreign cultures, foreign countries. It also rules philosophy, spirituality, religion. It rules, how one would seek God or spirituality. And your chart shows that you have a whole stellium in Sagittarius, which which is a pretty great thing in the area of being a spiritual guru or spiritual teacher or of that nature. With
Okay.
your moon being inside Sagittarius, just like myself, you are a natural teacher. You're naturally, I would say, have prophetic vision,
Mhm.
because moon in Sagittarius, because the sign Sagittarius rules prophecy,
Okay.
prophetic, which means that you are prophetic in nature. You also have Pluto conjunct your moon, which means that you can be a medium, but you could also be a prophet of doom, which means that you could see things that can happen to people way before it happens.
Oh
And this
my
also
goodness.
means death. This also means things that transform their life. This sounds about right?
I said that yesterday because my gifts, I started seeing like hearse and caskets, and then I know somebody's getting ready to pass, and then literally 24 hours later, someone to call tell me somebody just passed. So,
Right. So to put your business on game,
okay,
what I do is I look to see the anti placement, and you have Pluto in the 10th house,
okay,
which means that you ain't gonna never stop until you reach the top. That's just, and you can always feel as if you're not accomplishing stuff even when you are accomplishing, and you have to learn that. So with Pluto in the 10th house, there's an insatiable thirst for accomplishments,
yeah,
and you have to show gratitude for what you've already accomplished so that you can get more, as opposed to searching for the next accomplishment.
okay,
You understand
okay.
what I'm saying by that?
A lot. Mhm.
All right. You
Yeah.
also have your Pluto. If your Pluto is in Sagittarius, your anti Pluto is in Gemini, and that would be sitting in the fourth house.
Okay.
And that tells you how you're supposed to like use that power of Pluto so it can be balanced.
Mhm.
And I would say that learning more and studying more
Okay.
would be the way for you to do that. Getting more information, more knowledge, teaching more, learning more, studying more is what you need to be focused on. in order to feel that sense of confidence. You are going to feel more powerful the more you know and the more you study. Like you literally got to go head in just
Okay.
information in the area that you need to be focused on. Where's Mercury? Mercury is in the eighth house. So anything that has to do with passing on, death, bringing balance, anything to do with mediumship, you need to be reading every book, every
Okay.
transcript, all
Okay.
these things. And I'm talking about consuming yourself to the point where the knowledge just flows out of you according to this chart. That's going to bring you to the next level. It's just showing that. And
Okay.
you're in your sacred work because Vesta conjunct your MC means that you're here to be this. This is something you're here to do. So you're
Okay.
in your path, and that's pretty good. Um, so that's what I see based upon that. Would you
Okay.
want your business to go? There's always going to be an up and down, and then women are going to be your biggest clients because Moon in the 10th house normally represents a feminine energy. So you're
Okay.
going to have female energy coming to you more than anything. Okay.
Okay.
I see you have Bacchus and Ceres. And have you watched all of my videos on past lives and stuff like that?
I watched a couple. I haven't watched all of them, but I have been watching a couple.
Okay, just asking,
Uh
just
huh.
making sure, just checking.
Uh huh.
Because you got a lot of similar stuff too, except for like your moon is conjunct my moon exactly, and
Okay.
then your Ceres and your Bacchus and your S, all of these, the MC all the way to here is conjunct my Neptune, which means that there could be some things that spiritually that you are feel aligned with when it comes to what I say or teach or of that nature. So that
Okay.
means that it's aligned, so to speak,
Yeah.
and that's pretty good. I would say that's the best way. If you're talking about finances, it shows that that's where you need to put the more like your Saturn in the second house
Mhm.
means that you need to stop thinking that you don't have enough.
Okay. Okay.
Stop feeling as if you like money isn't there. You have to literally feel as if you already have it. Because
Okay.
Saturn in the second house is a karmic placement. It means
Mm,
that in previous lifetime, you either felt as if you squandered money or you made an oath to yourself about money,
okay.
meaning saying that you know, uh, I don't want too much money because money could corrupt. In previous lifetime, we make
Mm,
these things to ourselves, and we don't know that we said these things. This is why
mm,
past life regressions and quantum meanings are important because half of the people who are here made at one point in time an oath to themselves about money or about wealth, and they left it in the ether, feeling the emotions towards money, whether it be it being the feeling of power, like this brings them power, or that they felt powerless because of it. So you literally, you have to release that energy of that. Secondly, where's your Mars in Leo? So your money is literally connected to the fact of you being more creative and putting yourself out there.
okay.
Leo, when the rule of the 10th house is sitting in the sixth house and is in the sign of Leo, this means that you have to be more creative and put yourself more out there, but also not to say being flamboyant, but it has to be a work related, meaning the work that you do, which
Mhm.
is sixth house. You have to use your creativity and your charisma, your
Okay.
personality.
Okay.
It's going to create more revenue towards you the more personality you show.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Makes
Your
sense.
next your next question.
Okay. So my next question is about children. So I don't have any children yet, and I kind of want to know like when or how would they be?
You said you don't have any kids, but what?
I want to know about children for me.
Are you in a relationship now?
No, that was gonna be my next question.
So first and foremost, first,
Forget the man. Give me the kids. No.
that's what y'all be thinking. Listen, that's what y'all be thinking in your head. Like, well, you know what? The clock is ticking. This nigga need to come and give me this baby, and he need to push out because I'm not messing with nobody gonna stress me out. I just want my babies.
Yeah.
Some of y'all be saying that for real,
Yeah. Yeah.
but You asked about the babies before you asked for the man.
I know was gonna be my last question, but I didn't think about the being
Damn,
so young.
you is rough. That's rough. All right, let's look for the babies. Forget the man. Let's look at what's going on with the baby. Oh my God, y'all something else. All right, so ooh, 11. Okay, so looking at your fifth house has Cancer on it. Now you notice this house, the fifth house, doesn't really have anything in it, but that doesn't mean it is empty.
Okay.
The fifth house has Cancer on it, the sign Cancer. And Cancer rules, emotions, it rules family, mother, nurturing, which means that, that's one of your gifts is nurturing people and mothering people. It's just
Yeah.
something that you do and it's something you have at ease. Now, the moon, which is right here, is in the 10th house. And whenever the ruler of the fifth house is sitting in the 10th house,
Mhm.
and where's your Jupiter? Your Jupiter, which rules Sagittarius, is in the 11th house in Capricorn. This could mean that, first and foremost, your children may come later on, like how old are you now?
27.
Right. So in your 30s.
Okay.
And that's because when the moon is here in the 10th house, this means that your emphasis is on career path and what you're supposed to be doing per se.
Okay.
So this is the reason why you didn't have any children, not because, not because if the doctor said that you need to get to this and that and
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
don't be listening to that because
Okay.
all right,
Yeah.
because
Okay.
all right, they're gonna say stuff like that. And what has the doctor said to you that made you say,
I have PCOS.
right? So that's what they love to say, PCOS. Now, you know, it's not that terrible for you because you don't have like beard, do you?
No.
Right. So there's not it's not terrible. And
No.
every single thing that's sexually related, or I would say reproductive organs related,
Mhm.
is connected to something in a past life that was sexual that you either felt ashamed, embarrassed,
Okay.
disgruntled about. And I always tell the people that, once you focus in through these past, you're going to realize that it's gone. I had a client who almost had their last ovary taken, and they did 2 quantum healing sessions with me, and now they have a beautiful a baby girl.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so you got to release all of those
Traumas.
notions, right? Okay. All right. So as it pertains to baby, your moon is in the 10th house, which
Mhm.
means it's older. Uh, is in the sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarius ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is in Capricorn. It represents a lot more mature, more older.
Okay.
But getting yourself out there and doing what you're supposed to do is more prevalent. Now I see you also have Pluto conjunct your um your moon, and that's normally indication of karma when it comes to being a mother. So this is also what happened in previous lifetimes. There was a possibility that you have karma when it came to childbearing or children or
Okay.
being a mother. And this is why doing past life regressions or a quantum healing would help you to understand that so you can release the emotions that
Okay.
is trapped in your soul that can have you to now have children at a certain age. All right. So that's what I see there with the kids.
Okay.
Your next question.
Um, and then it is about love, relationships.
You're not dating at all.
No. Well,
There's no
I
guy on
talk,
the radar.
I, I talk to somebody, but we're not serious. It's not nothing
So
serious.
first and foremost, let me tell you what your chart says.
Okay.
Your chart says that you're nitpicky and you're very picky. According to this, you have
Mhm.
Venus in Virgo, and it's in the seventh house. So
Mhm.
even though you love the idea of love, you're also somebody who could find the smallest reasons not to be with a person.
Mm.
Now, Venus or the anti Venus would be in Pisces in the first house, which means that also you also come with a sense of slight toxicity, a slight drama. All right. All right. It's just, look, you laughing. Why you laughing?
No, I'm honestly.
Okay. Well, I'm just, you just need to share the joke. I want to know. I want to know what you laughing at. That's what I want to know.
You say I come with some slight drama.
Little slight drama, a little slight toxicity.
I just,
According to
I,
this.
I don't know. My guys always say I'm really aggressive, and yeah, yeah. I have, I can pop off. Mhm.
Right. Well,
Mhm.
I see it
Mhm.
because the anti Venus is sitting in the first house in Pisces. So you're
Okay.
also very delusional with
Mhm.
your pop offness.
Mhm.
You imagine all kind of things that could
Mhm.
happen and it causes a problem.
Yeah.
First, you need to stop imagining that certain things will happen or could happen. Start
Mhm.
focusing on the past and what happened in the past because you don't know how to let that go. So all
Yeah.
these things have to learn. You need to release those things in order for you to be in a successful relationship
Okay.
and the one that you want, the way you want it.
Okay.
Because as a Libra sun, you want partnership. You want marriage. As a matter of fact, because your Venus Pluto midpoint is conjunct your sun, you're very passionate towards wanting to be married and wanting to be in a long-term partnership. That sounds about
Mhm.
correct.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
It shows that, but you also don't know how to let shit go.
I don't.
And you have to learn how to release that in order for you to be successful in that. When it comes to relationship, maybe take a look at what's happening or what's going to be happening. Let me take a look. Give me a second. Progressed short-term relationship because you got to start off in the fifth house first,
Okay.
right? And the fifth house has Leo on it. Leo is ruled by the sun. Your sun is in the eighth house in Scorpio now. And is it conjunct? This no, it's just in the eighth house of Scorpio. So what I look at is what the ruler is doing. All right. And the ruler in the fifth house is in Scorpio. So most of your relationships is going to start off very intense. You're going to feel a sense of intensity towards these people sexually.
Yeah.
All right. It may
Yeah.
start off very secretive, people may not know about it, but it's
Yeah.
going to feel a sense of, and you're searching for this intensity because you're actually searching for your karmic tie.
Mm. Okay.
So this feeling that you're searching for in this person or whoever may be coming is really a karmic relationship that is here to come first before you getting all lovey-dovey for the rest of your life experience if that's what you're looking for. Everybody wants
Mhm.
their final one. And I'll be lying to you if I told you I saw the final one right now.
Okay. Okay.
What I do see is very transformative relationships, very intense ones that are going to transform you and help you to be that person that's fit for that very long term relationship that you're looking for.
Okay.
That's what I see here. All right.
Okay. Okay.
Let me see. Your Juno, your anti Juno is in Libra in the seventh house, I think. And yeah, so it literally has to get into the energy of long-term relationship first
Okay.
in order for it to happen. It also shows that you're gonna attract men who needs help,
Yeah.
like as men who need healing. Your anti-Mars is in Pisces, and that is sitting in the 12th house.
Okay.
And that means that you could find yourself attracting escapist guys who are very spiritual, or men who are just out of prison, drug dealers, guys.
Mhm.
Why you laughing?
But that's all I've been attracted. Literally, that's all I've been attracted.
I
Yeah.
know your chart is showing it. It's literally present here
Yeah.
in this chart I'm looking at.
Yeah.
So I know the kind of guys. So you want the upper echelon of the men, which would be more spiritually oriented men who are connected with the universe and source. I call them tree huggers.
Hmm.
Barefoot tree huggers. Those kind of
Okay.
men. Yeah, if you
Okay.
looking to elevate yourself or in that nature, but there's also healing in healing other people. Now
Yeah.
I know because most women have the idea that if a guy comes into their life, that guy is supposed to be your husband, and that's not always true.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
not every
Okay.
man that comes into your life is supposed to be your husband,
Okay.
and that's the misconception that our parents and great great grandparents gave us. That's the lie that they told us, and we've been following that lie for a very long time.
Yeah.
All right, so I just want
Yeah.
you to know. So any
Okay.
person that comes into your life, you're healing them, they're healing you in some way, form, or fashion. Just take
Okay.
it one day at a time and start focusing on loving yourself, because your Saturn in Aries shows that you may have not a strong sense of self-esteem.
Hmm.
And that's what you need to work on as well. It's your confidence. And
Okay.
you're a beautiful soul.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. And
Okay.
when is it coming? Where is it coming? Your long-term partner is coming in the area of, and it's in yeah, uh, he's going to be a sort of a leader. Your Saturn is conjunct your Juno, which means he's going to be a lot more older uh, than yourself. Your Mars is in Virgo, so he may be a healer or work in a hospital or work in the field of healing, or he
Okay.
could be just a regular worker. But according to this, your long-term partner, you are going to meet through either work or healing.
Okay. Okay.
All right, that's what I see
Okay.
here.
Okay.
All right,
Thank
Destiny,
you.
thank you very much,
No problem.
and
Have a
thank
good
you
day.
for visiting.
No.
You too. All right, bye. All right, next up, long time no hear from us. Or
Hi.
how you doing?
Getting you.
Well, I'm doing great. Life's been beautiful, excellent.
Always. There we go.
I feel like I haven't talked with you in like 24 years.
Right.
How's life with you? How's life with you? How's everything been with you?
it's it's okay.
It's okay.
It is what it is, yeah.
It is what it is. All
Hmm.
right, so let me see if I can find your chart. So let me see if I can find your chart. Somebody's listening to me. Who they listening to me? All right, so what questions you got for me?
I have three. The first one is I wanted to know if I'm actually on just the correct spiritual journey, if I'm on the correct path.
Okay, and just out of curiosity, what is your path now? What are you doing?
A lot of things. I just don't think the world that we live in is real. I think it's so fake, and I don't know what to believe.
Mhm.
I don't know if to believe in God or I just don't know anymore. So
All
I
right,
don't.
so what is your spiritual belief? Like you say you don't know if you believe in God anymore?
I do, but it's just a lot of different things that makes you change. That makes me think different than believing in God. Like just different things. Like I don't even think the world that we live in is real. Like I just feel like we're just like we're in the matrix and we're just like just existing in this world like we're a program. I feel like we're a program and we're just programmed for this world that we're in. So I'm thinking if we're just a program and existing in this world, there's really a God. I mean, who are we? So I don't know. I'm just kind of confused. Is there a
Hmm.
God? I mean, I
Hmm.
don't know. I
I
mean,
love that question. You know what? That's very multifaceted. This could benefit a lot of people. By you asking that question,
I don't.
I will give you my perspective based upon
Mhm,
doing all of these regressions, these past life regressions, thousands of them,
mhm,
and doing hundreds of thousands of natal charts. I'm um I'm I'm going very close to doing 280,000 natal charts now. All right. Um, which I think is great, you know. Um, when I say 280,000, I mean like different celebrities, different people in the past looking at their charts, and it's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And to answer your question, uh, I believe that we are all gods. I believe we're all part of this, the collective consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that, and I use this analogy of a pitcher of water being poured into many small cups,
Okay.
many small little short cups, and those
Mm-hmm.
short cups are us,
Mm-hmm.
the animals, the plants, our
Mm-hmm.
experiences. All of us are those little small tiny short cups,
Mm-hmm.
which make up the big collective of the pitcher, and we pour it back into the pitcher
Mm-hmm.
after our experiences. We have a lot of information. We got a lot of the universe learns through us. So we are the universe.
Okay.
There's a reason why each one of us feel that there's a higher power or there
Mm-hmm.
isn't a higher power. And that's because we are the higher power. You are the higher power.
Mm-hmm.
I am. Every one of us is the higher power. We are a small dose of that higher power because we're here just collecting information as a program. You are asking, you don't feel as if this is real. You are right. This is a simulation. The real you is in spirit world, organizing, and because time is not linear like we think, we are in a space organizing our experience as a human being.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
you are totally right about that.
Mm-hmm.
So is there a person or a being looking down at us
Mm-hmm.
that judges us? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What is that person? It's your higher self.
Me. Okay. Mm.
The consciousness is
Mm-mm.
wider, vaster
Hmm.
than this physical avatar can host. Okay.
Hmm.
So the other vastness or your oversoul is watching and guiding and just so you ask some it's so beautiful that you can sit down and you can ask your higher self a question and the answer is going to come to you. The thing is that's from the right brain. The left brain is going to question. It's
Mm-hmm.
going to question that. It's going to say, is that really true? Is it really true what I just got? But
Mm-hmm.
it's your soul telling you this, but you're going to doubt it because that's the mechanism of the left brain.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my understanding, my belief based on my experience doing
Mm-hmm.
these sessions. That's why I treat everybody as if they are a god
Mm.
because we are all fragments of collective conscious. So you have to, you know, do your part. So that's my belief. It's probably aligned with yours, but I know you sort of feeling a little lost. And why
Mhm.
are you feeling lost?
I guess just a background of how I was raised. The the Bible. I don't actually believe in the Bible, but I don't anymore. The Bible and how I was brought up, and the different things that we
Or
were
you're
taught.
approaching it from a religious perspective because
Right.
that's where you came from.
Hmm.
Unlearn every single thing you knew about the Bible.
See, I don't believe in it because I think everything in the Bible is false. I do.
Well, I will tell you this. I don't believe that. I believe that there are a lot of falseness in it,
Mm-hmm.
but you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Mm-hmm.
There are things that can be used that Bible. Um, Witchcraft and sorcery. That Bible is so strong that people use that Bible to perform magic acts.
Well, yeah. Well, maybe I should take that back. Some of the things in the Bible, because I know Psalm is like a book of spells. So
Right. So the story that you know about like Yeshua ben Joseph, or also known as Jesus of Christ,
yeah.
is inaccurate.
Jesus, I don't believe.
It is inaccurate. It is alive from the pits of hell,
Mm-hmm.
and there is no hell. People
I
tell
know
you that because they wanted to
that
have
all
you in
the
fear,
time.
and
I say,
religious institutions have you like that. I can tell you because I spent a lot of years in the religious institution,
mm-hmm.
studying and learning, preparing to be a religious figure. And my path was not that. My path was here doing what I'm doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
So just drop the whole idea of the Bible, the Quran, any one of these books.
Mm-hmm.
They are for the baby souls. So when
Okay.
you start to move from a stage of your soul level, these things you drop. You'd be like, oh, this don't make no sense.
Yeah, I know.
The Bible is basically how a child needs A, B, C, D. We already know that song is useless. But as a child, listening to your child sing it, it sounds beautiful to hear them say it.
Right, right.
You get where I'm coming from?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're saying, my child is like, cause I just hear my children singing it A, B, C,
Mm-hmm.
D. And I'm like, oh, my child is so
Oh,
smart.
yes.
But
Mm-hmm.
where is the ABC applicable in your life?
Yeah.
Of course not. Unless you're spelling, where you learn, A, B, C, you learn how to
Yeah.
spell, which is
Yeah.
pretty good, but you still have to learn how to put words together and then articulate them and so and so. So it's the basis of
Mm-hmm.
spelling of words,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not the full ultimate. And that's what the Bible is. The Bible is for those souls that need structure, that needs the baseline. You just have grown past that. You're not on their level and you're not on that stage anymore. And that's it.
Yeah. I
So
said,
let the baby souls be the baby souls. You ain't
mhm.
gotta wake them up. When it's their time, they're gonna wake up themselves.
That's a problem of mine too. I think I tried to put on what I believe onto others, and I have to stop that. That's bad. I have to stop that because when it's time for them to come to their understanding, then they will. Because I
Right.
kind of push people away when I do that.
Right. And
Mm.
see, listen, um, you just present information. People who are going to gravitate towards you, it's gonna come. You don't have to go and try to change their minds. You
Right.
know, people get upset sometimes. They say, Astro, you make a post, and sometimes you don't comment when you don't answer everybody's comment. And I'm
Right.
like, there's a reason why I don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
And not the ones who I know get it, get it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to rebuttal with them. They already know.
Right. Right. Right.
Check this. Wait, hold on, hold on. I just have to put this here. Hold on. Listen what this person said. Look, Leslie Demetra Bound, send me a friend request for your spiritual reading. Meow. You can't make this shit up.
Mm-mm.
But anyway, what's your second question, by the way?
So I have my oldest daughter. She just came in. We've been bumping heads a lot.
Yo, who?
My my oldest daughter.
How
We've
old is she?
been. She's 28.
How old are you?
I'll be 49 this year.
You look like you in your 30s, sugar.
Oh, thank you, sugar. You don't see my birthday? You got my chart.
Yeah, I got your chart. I keep on forgetting how old you are. You don't look that. You don't look your age. Anyway, so you and her bump heads.
Yeah, we bump heads a lot now.
She lives with you.
Mm-hmm. Never gonna leave. I don't think.
How many kids you got?
I have five, four living, one deceased.
5 living, 1 deceased.
Four living, one deceased.
4 living,
One
1
deceased.
deceased.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Let me see. So which one is the one that first, second, third, fourth? Which one is the one
She is the third.
that passed away?
No, the one that passed away is the fourth one.
Oh, okay. And how did that child die?
They said her umbilical cord wrapped around her leg and cut off her circulation. That's what they said. You see something different?
Okay. Where's your Chiron? Umbilical cord. Oh wow. Okay, I see. All right. Damn, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, so that you say this one that has this one is the third child.
She's the third child.
She's not the oldest.
No, she's not the oldest.
And your third child is 28 years old.
28.
How old is your oldest?
32. You don't gotta do all that calculating. Thank you.
Okay, my bad. You know, I'm a mathematical kind of guy. I'm like,
it was in the stars for me to start early.
it is what it is. So you can enjoy your life and look young like how you look now.
Well, it's almost over. My baby's 18, so it's almost over.
All right. So all right. So you're a Scorpio rising. And you say your third child. So that'd be this is your first, this is your second, this is your third. And you have Cancer there. The sign of Cancer. Cancer is ruled by the moon. And the moon is in Aries in the 6th house. And you also have Saturn sitting in your in your 9th house of the third. The 9th house normally rules it. So there's a teaching moment. The 5th house rules the first child, but all the children in general, but the first child. The 7th house rules the second child. The 9th house rules the third. The 11th house rules the fourth. And the first house rules the fifth. Okay. With your third child, which would be represented by this 9th house, Saturn is there. Now, Saturn is in detriment in Cancer. It does not like being in Cancer.
Okay.
And that means that you and your daughter, whether you'd like to believe it or not, have karmic ties.
We do.
She was your mother in a previous lifetime.
Listen, oh my God. So I did the past life regression back in 22? When the last one you had before this one. Was it 22, Astro?
You mean with one of my affiliates?
I did it with Annette. She said she was my mother.
Wait.
I said she was my mother.
Your chart is showing that. Literally, your Saturn is in Cancer and it's in the 9th house. She was your mother in a previous lifetime.
I said she was my mother. So that's why she my mother?
Yeah, she was your mother for real. Could you imagine coming into this life and feeling like, who this woman thinks she's talking to? Yeah, that's the kind of energy that she feels, because her soul knows what it feels to give you orders and to tell you what to do, as opposed to you telling her what to do.
Wow. I wish you can hear this. Wow. She was my mother. I said this to her before, so that's why we bump heads a lot. She said, I don't hear her. You don't hear me. Wow.
That's what I see based upon this. All right. So what can happen? What I see is the ruler of the moon. The ruler of the 9th house is the moon, and the moon is in Aries, which means that there's going to be aggression. Always going to be a sense of tug and pull in that energy. In order to figure out how that's going to work, is you have to look at the anti-moon, which will be in Libra,
Mm-hmm.
in in the 12th house of past lives. You literally have to heal that past life that's connected to you and her.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Either that or just keep bumping heads
Mm-hmm.
because you're stuck with her.
I know.
But when you release that, she's gonna fly free. You won't be stuck with her.
Okay. Okay.
But until that karma is served on a beautiful platter and released,
I'm stuck.
she's gonna be there with you until it's time, just based
Okay.
upon this chart. All right. What's your third chart question?
Relationship. When I'm gonna find my wife?
When you gonna find your wife?
Yes. I'm single. Been single for too long.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Where you gonna find your wife?
My wife, my next girlfriend, long lasting, whatever. Tired of being single.
Well, ooh-wee. First and foremost, there's a Scorpio rising, and right here you have your South Node
Mm-hmm.
in Taurus in the 7th house.
Mm-hmm.
Just want you to know that depending and focusing on a partner is a past life tendency that you have. You lose yourself in your relationships. Most South Node in Taurus always wants a long-term partner that stays with them for the rest of their life. However, you have Taurus is ruled by Venus, and your Venus is in fall. It does not like being in Virgo. Okay? Which means that you are a nitpicker.
Mm-hmm.
And there may be people who can make the cut, but based upon this, you're gonna find something about them that's gonna cause you to pull back.
So you saying it's me then, huh?
Yeah, it's not a them issue, it's a
a
you
me.
issue. All right? It's a you issue.
Mm.
Now I know that your long-term partner would be sort of different because your anti-Juno
Mm-hmm.
is an Aquarius in the 4th house,
Mm-hmm.
which means that you will have a very non-traditional relationship partner.
Mm-hmm.
And in doing that and focusing in that area, I don't know how you're going to do it, but this person needs to be homely, but also be very non-traditional, be also very smart and intelligent,
Mm-hmm.
and think in a way that can cause you to stimulate your own mind, because that Mars and Gemini in the 8th house, in order to get to your underwear, one has to get to your mind first.
Yes.
Yeah, you get stimulated by wisdom, knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
smart, intelligence.
Yes. All that. Ain't be
Yeah,
no
so
dummy.
yeah, and because also, just out of curiosity, would you ever date a guy again?
No, why? You see a guy in that chart?
Don't kill me. Don't
Don't.
kill me. I ain't say I see a guy in the chart. I just know why you don't see a guy in your future. The reason for that being is because of Pluto being in the 12th house,
Uh-huh.
and your Juno, which is a ruler of the 12th house,
Uh-huh.
is in Leo, which means that when it is a man, they're very much narcissistic. It's all about them. And you're probably very tired of that sort of energy. But all of your partnerships are karmic. Every long-term one. So you're thinking that you're ducking it by having a girlfriend, or I know you, but you've been through tumultuous energy. They probably never even felt comfortable being with a guy, but you put up with it for a very, very long time.
Mhm.
But I'm telling you that
You trying to tell me I'm not?
even the
Uh-huh.
females are karmic to you. And there's also past life trauma that whenever I see Pluto in the 12th house, that means you have a few regressions to go through. You hold on to things, especially from previous lifetimes.
I'm gonna let that shit go.
Your Uranus, which also represents unconventional, is in Libra in the 12th house.
Mhm.
That's normally an indication of unconventional long-term relationship from previous lifetimes. So you've been in traumatic experiences in regular relationships with the males, and also uh, past life karmic non-traditional relationships as well. So you gonna get it from the males and the females. Ain't no duck in this one.
Damn.
You just gotta make peace with your experience and come out of it inspirational. I say that because the 12th house ruler is in the 10th house and is in Leo, the most inspiring sign, which means that your experience is to inspire you and for you to be a charismatic and to let your experience to build you.
Mm.
When is it coming? Let's take a look. Let's
Yes,
see
please.
when
That's
it's
what I
the
need to
next.
hear. That's what I need to hear.
Let me look at this, where
God,
it's coming from.
I know. Damn.
Oh gosh.
What?
I ain't seen nothing. Listen, Donna, I ain't seen nothing yet.
Oh, you said, oh God, you scared me. It's been 5 years already. I mean, my God.
You've been single for 5 years?
5 years in July.
You trying to say you haven't even dated? You haven't not even tried to court anybody?
I've dated, but that's not a relationship.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
I was talking to this lady, but I let her go. I didn't let her go. I think she probably dumped me yesterday. She wanted to do 50-50, and I was like, girl, I'm not doing that. And I think she probably stopped talking to me yesterday. I don't know.
Oh, you want your partner to take care of you?
No, no, I don't want no 50-50 though.
What do you want?
We can do 70-30.
Who's doing the 30?
Me. Why is you laughing? Why are you laughing?
Because it's funny. It's funny, Miss Orr. That's funny.
I'm serious.
That's unrealistic.
60-40.
Unrealistic.
You talking about 50-50 for real?
It's either 50 or no 50.
I guess it was a nothing then, because I guess she must have bit the dust or something. Oops. Her bad.
You want her to pay. She like, yeah. So let me ask you this.
I didn't like
In your relationship,
mhm,
who's the more feminine one? You or them?
me.
First and foremost, don't make me what?
Where you going? You ain't gonna walk away. That's fact. Those are facts. I am. I'm aggressive, but I am the more. They masculine.
Oh, listen, you say they're masculine too?
Yeah, they masculine.
Okay, but who's more masculine, you or them?
They are. Not me.
Oh, so you
Yeah,
like studs. You like studs.
right. Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Okay.
You
Okay.
didn't have to walk away like that. Like I was.
Okay. Just want you to know, like, if you're aggressive,
I'm aggressive.
I see why you don't want listen. Okay. Oh, so listen first and foremost. Because I think we had this conversation years ago. We
Right.
talked about your relationship and how you right. I think we talked. Yeah. And
Astrology.
yeah, because you took up my class, right? Right. So I
Still
just want to have
single.
so yeah, yeah. All right. So all right.
Really? Really?
You know, I I had to sorry. You know, I had to put that inside it just now because I'm like, what the hell? Tony,
Mhm.
we gotta have this conversation, man, because this is a.
I'm
Let me just a second.
listening.
Let me just pull this up in my comment. All right, so you know, because I'm gonna answer your question. I just since you're the more female
Mhm.
energy, so let me get this right
Yes, go ahead.
because I want to make sure I get this right.
Okay.
So even though you are the one where they dress and are more masculine in
Mhm.
their nature,
Mhm.
and you're more feminine in your nature,
Mhm.
you're the more aggressive one, and they're the more passive one.
Mhm.
That is as confusing as I could ever get it. And you know what I'm saying is
That's how
that's
it
a, that,
always
that's
been, though. That's crazy. I know.
that's why you've been single for so long. That's a you gotta understand, like you looking for a unicorn.
Damn, a unicorn. Okay.
You're looking for a unicorn. The reason why I say you're looking for a unicorn is
Mhm.
because it's very, very rare to find a masculine stud
Mhm.
that, and you got some studs who will literally like they would pay, they would do 100. They would do
Mhm.
100. I'm not even
Mhm.
gonna lie to you. There are
No,
studs who out here who would be like, hey, no, don't say, listen, I got everything.
I know.
I just need you to just be. But you gotta understand also that at some point, like that's sort of a hard thing to come about as you get older, you know, as you get older. So in the sexual market, you know,
Mhm.
there's certain things, certain standards have to be are held when you're young.
Mhm.
And as you get older,
Mhm.
those standards
Come down.
gotta come down a little bit. You get where I'm coming from, right? Or you gonna end up a cat lady. You see what I'm
Right.
saying?
Look like I'm headed that way. Yeah, right. I get it.
Yeah, like that. When you like this bitch want charge 50-50. I'm not into this. She crazy. I ain't
Mhm.
trying to do that. I'm trying to do 90-10. 90-10.
No, I didn't say that.
I'm just messing with you. But yeah, I know 70-30, you know, and that's pretty I would say
Huh? 60-40. Okay, whatever.
60-40. I could
I think that's reasonable. Yes.
yeah. If they're trying if I could see if you were the more masculine and you say that you are, that means that if you're the aggressive one, you know, you need to uh the aggressor has to be the one that takes the lead. And if you're taking the
Right.
lead,
So you
that
trying to
means
say.
that you got to be the one that's doing the finances. They only dress. That means that this dude is only a female dressed you know
She only
as a
dressed the
stud,
part.
but they're feminine in nature. That means they're passive aggressive. They don't, and you're not the type to be bossed around. You're not the type to be told what to do.
Mhm.
Are you submissive? Be honest with yourself.
I haven't, no. I haven't met anyone that could bring me to that point of being submissive.
Nobody should have to bring you there. That should be something that's innately inside of you.
Well, I haven't met anyone. Yeah, so no.
Right.
It's not
So
something that I don't want to be. Of course, I want to be submissive, but I just haven't met anyone.
even a stud wants a submissive woman. See, all of that, I'm accomplished. I'm already set in my ways. Women look past that. They're gonna look past you, and
Mhm.
they're gonna go to the very younger one that is experimental, and they get trained. You're untrainable. You're sounding untrainable.
Mm.
And if you want to be the one to take the lead, and they're spending their money that they're working on, then you got to be malleable. You got to be the one that can be trained.
Mhm.
You always kill me with your response.
Okay.
So that's just my 5 cents on it. As it pertains to your next partner, you could actually meet that person in your neighborhood, to the neighborhood store, someplace like a library. I see that your anti-Juno is sitting in your third house, and
Mhm.
it's literally in the third house. It rules like information, knowledge, your neighborhood. It also represents, like communication. But Aquarius rules humanitarian effort. It could also represents like social media, and you could also meet this person on social media.
Mhm.
But I also see it being someplace where knowledge or information is being shared. If I was you, I would try to be more sociable
Okay.
and putting yourself out there, and you may find this person, this unicorn that you're searching for.
Really, really,
Yeah,
this
really,
unicorn.
unicorn. This unicorn, because you got some standards, Sonny. You know that you
I'm
got some
bringing.
standards.
You make it sound horrible, so I'm gonna do some changes. I don't like the way it sounds. You make it sound bad.
I mean, I'm just being reasonable here. I'm just telling you what's reasonable. I'm not trying to discourage you. I'm telling you what's reasonable.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? And these new butches are.
Just.
I don't like to use the word. I like to use the word. Not if you. Some people like to say non-binary. For
Mhm.
them, there are so
Mhm.
many different words to use. I don't like to offend anybody, so
Right.
I'm old school. So I say
Mhm.
butches because
Mhm.
they're more
Yeah.
masculine in nature.
Mhm.
They have a different standard. These they be tricking on some of these young ladies just to get them, and you know what I mean.
Mhm.
And when you come in there with your set ways, you're homely, but you ain't trying to take. Suppose that she say, "Go make me a sandwich." What you gonna do?
I gonna make it.
Suppose they tell you, "I'm tired of you making noise. Shut up." What you gonna do?
The fuck? You want me to shut up? What the hell? I don't think so. You can go home. There's a lie. You gotta go no.
What if they tell you
Mhm.
that I'm your partner now?
Mhm.
Those kids are secondary to me. What you gonna say?
We're gonna have to talk about that. Yeah, we're
You
gonna have to
see?
we're gonna have to talk about that. Yeah.
Exactly. So there are things that needs to be talked and worked on.
Mhm.
All right. Because even in a partnership, when it comes to long term, believe it or not, and this sound crazy, mothers are gonna be like, no, no. When the push comes to shove, there's a tough question I'm gonna ask you.
Mhm.
The tough question is, push come to shove, and I'm not talking about world ending. If you had a scenario of feeding your your 10-year-old, I'm not saying you have a 10-year-old,
Mhm.
or feeding your long-term partner who's going to go out there and feed the rest of you, who do you choose to feed? You have one plate of food. One plate of food. It can't splice. Who are you giving that plate of food to?
And he's taking care of us.
Who you right? Who you giving the
Yeah.
food to?
I'm gonna have to give it to him because he gonna support us. We'll
So
be all
that
right.
means that
Yeah.
you're gonna have to put him or her before your child, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So that he can continue to support
take care.
the child,
Mm-hmm.
which means that you're putting in that person in the leadership role, correct?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Which means that you need to trust that person to lead, correct?
Right.
Which means that when it comes to making decisions and they make a decision, no rebuttal, right?
Right.
Okay. I just want to make sure that we are clear with that, and when you go forward, because that's all we don't think about these stuff when we have these conversations.
We don't.
Like I said, going out, putting yourself out there,
Okay.
going out a little bit more around the neighborhood, maybe putting on some tights, some shoes, and taking a jog. You'll be surprised. It's going to happen. Just say thank you, Astro. You told me what to do when you get your unicorn. Okay. It's always a pleasure talking with you. I missed you since class. I see you in since class, so I appreciate you coming on my live. Okay.
Thank you, Astro. Appreciate you too. Bye.
You're welcome. All right. All right. There you go. Yeah, I love me some. You see that girl? She is so amazing. I love that woman. Don't mind me. Don't mind us talking for that. She's a genuine soul. You know what I mean? And that's just, it is what it is. All right, let's see. Some of y'all sent money. Who sent money? Who sent me money? We got Rakima. Where's Rakima? And we got Queen. Who's Queen? Is multi-million black queen? Asia? Who's Asia? All right. And then, oh gosh, wait, sorry. Black, multi-million black. Give me a second. I got Rakima to go. Rakima! What's good, sugar? Can you hear me? Hello? Rakima? Hello?
You hear me? You hear me?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, okay. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Are you?
You sound double.
That's because your headphones that you have on is giving double type of vibe. You gotta fix your audio, because it's annoying coming on my end too. All right, I'm gonna let you fix that, and then you get back to me, okay? I'm gonna deal with blacks, and then you just fix your audio. Rakima, let me do this real quick. Multi-million black, and then we got Asia after we got Rakima, then Asia. So multi-million black. Come on now, you gotta cut your camera on. Let's say your mic, because your mic is unmuted.
I'm here, but I hear the noise too.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I can hear the laughing too.
You can hear what?
I can hear laughing.
Where's laughing?
It sounds like the little thing that you put on to laugh, to make the thing laugh. That's what it sounds like.
Oh, it sounds like I'm laughing.
Yes.
Hold on, let me double check. Hold on. How about now?
It's good now.
Oh, that's what's been happening. Ah.
Yeah.
All right. So, is this your first time on my live?
I've been maybe like a year and a half ago.
Okay. That's a long time.
Thank
A
you.
year and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
And what's your real name?
My name is Candice Chappelle.
That's Candis.
Mm-hmm.
What's your last name?
Chappelle. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I got you. Yeah. Your chart is right here waiting for me. All right. So what question you got for me?
Okay, so my main concerns is with like relationships and children. So I was with somebody for 3 months. I don't know what happened. It's just like something happened completely.
Hold on.
So that's really like my concern. I have an issue with a lot of people. I'm an Aries, and it seems like I'm not compatible with anyone. So I think that that's real important for me to know, like what signs or
So, I always tell people that astrology is much more deeper than just your sun sign.
Right.
So, I can't tell you what sign is best for you. I can tell you where you're going to find your peoples, how to get them, what to do, maintain them,
Okay.
So you're
Yeah.
not dating anybody at all right now?
I mean, I was just the other day. It was like 3 months. Everything wasn't all good, but it wasn't like that deep for it. They just disappeared. But
They just disappeared?
I mean, something happened, but what happened wasn't that deep to say, oh, just end the relationship. They
Like what?
haven't. They
What
haven't
happened?
really. He basically lied. It was just a whole bunch of like childish lies. Just basically
Yep.
lies, saying he was going to spend the night at his mama's house. But really he wanted space. But I had just left and went to pick up something and came back. He wasn't answering the phone and stuff. So I don't know. I knew he was there. I never thought that it was a reason for us to think that he wasn't there. So I don't know if he thought that I thought he left, so he had to play that role all night. And also it was another woman in the house that was his cousin, old lady, but she was in the house. You get what I'm saying? So I looked at it as no matter what you say, it still look creep. You get what I'm saying? So
First and foremost,
I never got a real apology or baby, I'm sorry, because I had knocked on the door, the window and stuff like that, because I had actually seen him like come outside to walk to the store or whatever. So I'm thinking he see me, he's just gonna come. Instead, he just reading my messages and stuff like that. So that's what happened. I knocked on the door, the window like one time, and then I went home. I could have acted crazy.
wait. I heard a little trigger alert just now. I heard a little trigger alert. I just heard a little bit of toxicity just come through just your line just now. We gonna go back to that because I heard a little bit of
What
toxicity in
part was
there.
toxic?
I heard it. But
What part though?
what part?
Yeah, it was
The
kind of weird though, because we had just had sex, and then it's like he was kind of rushed me to leave. So afterwards, yeah, I found out you was lying about it, but it's like you never said, "Oh, baby, I'm sorry for lying," and you know what I'm saying? You just said, "Yeah, I was wrong for lying," but you want to focus on what I did, knocking on the door in the window one time.
I don't care how you put it. Both of y'all toxic as hell in that moment. Two of y'all toxic as hell. One can I can imagine. Let me tell you something, okay? Let me show you what I visualize. Okay? This is what I visualize happening. Look, this is happening. Look.
Right.
Who the hold on. This nigga did not just hold on. This nigga ain't answer my text. I'm going over there.
I was already there.
Oh, you was
I
ready
was
there.
outside. That's what I'm telling you. I had just left. We had just had sex, and it's like he was kind of trying to kick me out. That's why the whole thing seemed creep. Cause how you doing all that, and you here by yourself with your cousin, old lady.
Yeah. That's a red flag. That's a red flag. You're right. Well, we gonna get to the bottom of it. That was about 3 months ago. You said, right?
I mean, no, we was together 3 months. That happened like 3-4 days ago.
What?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. Let's take a look and see what's going on with your chart. We gonna get to the bottom of this. So, yeah, Candace, we gonna get to the bottom of this. So your chart shows that you are a Virgo rising. Your moon is in Sagittarius. You got Capricorn on your 5th house. You got Neptune there, Saturn there, Uranus there. When it comes to your 7th house, you got Venus there, which means you're a helpless romantic. But what I also see is that you could be delusional in your relationships.
That's what he called me, delusional.
That's what he called you?
I thought I heard him say something about delusional.
Listen me carefully, all right? Your
Mm.
chart, let me tell you something. I love your energy. I'm not even gonna lie to you, Candace. You know, I always love your energy. It's always so vulnerable and open. I think that you're an amazing soul. You are, I tell you that, I told you that before. I truly appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate you too.
But your chart is showing that you're delusional. It's also showing that you need a lot of attention, a lot of it.
I got
You
abandonment
you
issues.
are an attention hog, according to your chart. There's two things I could say though. I'm sure he's very, very pleased in the sex area because your chart is showing that you don't play. All right.
Right.
So I don't know why he probably needed somebody else after you at that point in time. He probably a beast himself. But I'm just saying, your chart shows because you have dark moon Lilith conjunct your Juno and conjunct Pluto. So first and foremost, this aspect is known as the Black Widow aspect. The Black Widow aspect means that there's always somebody that you may have dated in the past that does not exist anymore, that was unalived at some point. Okay. There's either that or you have a partner that's completely toxic. They're very secretive, very sexual, and loves their privacy. So, and that also pertains to you as well. All right. Now, the reason why you could tell that they lie is because you have a lie detector built in your mind. You could tell when people lie to you. All right. And you could have felt it wasn't that you were just being toxic. Your intuition would not have allowed you to let him lie to you like that without knowing that he lied. Does it make sense what I'm saying to you?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So that's what I see in your chart. Secondly, as it pertains to that experience, your chart is showing that you can be very delusional in your long-term relationships. And I say that because even though Saturn is there, and so is Uranus, your Venus Pluto midpoint is conjunct your Juno, I mean your Neptune, which means that you are intensely when you're into somebody, especially a romantic relationship, you're intensely delusional. So he ain't lying to you.
That's why I be by myself, like,
You
cause it
you
just be.
also have Venus in Pisces in the seventh house, and that's a delusional placement. Now, another thing I notice is the fact that you have Venus, your anti-Venus would be in your first house in Virgo, which means that two things. He got tired of your nitpicking. You were picking at small things. And you are aggressive with your nitpicking, which means that you don't know how to shut up when you feel as if things aren't going the way you're supposed to. You're very controlling in your relationship. You have any rebuttal with that?
This true.
Okay. All right. Did I say anything that was untrue since you've been on this call?
No.
Now I could tell you I gave you all the negatives. Now I'm here to give you the positives. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what I see here, based upon this, is that at some point you need to, because it shows that you're very passionate towards romantic relationships. But guess what? How old is this guy?
He's 34, the same age as me.
Your chart is showing that in order for that to really last, that person needs to be a little more older than him, not your age.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that sounds very hard to find, but it isn't hard to find because your chart is showing that when the ruler of the seventh house, which we have Pisces there, Neptune is the ruler, and it's in the sign of Capricorn, Capricorn ruling mature, older, and the Saturn is there in that house. This means that, first and foremost, your short-term relationships are karmic. That's just want you to know that. However, in order to escape that, you need to date older or more mature than your age.
Okay.
I don't think it's any coming back for that guy with you. And I know you probably want that relationship, but the reason why you just feel this intense relationship with people when you feel that intensity is because Venus and Pisces represents past life relationships, long-term lovers. And you're gonna feel that way when people who you meet or know like you love them. It's because you've been around this block a lot of times, many different lifetimes, and you have a lot of love to give people. You're a very loving person, and you have the ability to love people unconditionally, except for when they lie to you. I say that because your anti-Mercury is literally in the third house in Scorpio, which means that you don't want to be lied to. You have a question other than we just mentioned just now?
Yeah, I got 3 questions. What you mean in relation to the same question?
Yeah.
With relationship?
No. Yeah, because your relationship, you looking to date somebody else, or you looking to see like where you gonna find them? What are you looking to do?
Yeah, I need to know if I'm like, yeah, like when, because I'm getting aggravated with that. I need to know like when. You say you can't tell me like what sign, but you said older, so that helps to like.
Okay. Yeah. So the ruler of your fifth house now in your progress chart is Uranus, and Uranus is in your fourth house, conjunct Neptune. Where's your Saturn? Your Saturn is also there in the fourth house. How I see it is that you're going to go through a period for a while of on and off relationships.
Mm.
Your north node right here in your progress chart is conjunct Lilith. All right, triangulation, competing, selection and rejection, decisions regarding angles, aspects, divided loyalties, favoritism, gender stereotype, use of sex or rejection for dominance. And that's conjunct your north node. And that's a clear indication to me that you are going to be in a triangular relationship, whether you like that or not.
Mm. What? Like, how you gonna tell me? That's crazy. But you know what I really was gonna ask you? Do you see like 2 men for me in the chart? That's what I was gonna ask. But that's
I
crazy.
see it triangular. However you apply that is how you apply that. Because according to this, you're gonna be in a triangular relationship, non-traditional. And the reason why is because this is not your time to get lost in relationships.
It's not.
Say what?
I say it's not.
Right. So you're not.
You got the
According,
laughing still going.
I got the laughing. What?
I still hear the laughing.
I don't know why it's doing that. Give me a second. Why is the laughing on? Which laughing you hear?
The one that I heard the first time. It's
You hear
off
it now?
now. Yes.
Okay.
It's gone.
All right. So sorry, let me. Okay. So back to you. This person, like I said before, you need to focus on that area of your long-term relationship. You have Aries there. Your sun moon is there. That means that you feel more complete when you're in a relationship. And Aries is ruled by Mars. And your Mars is in the sixth house in Pisces. So what I see is that in a long-term relationship, you're going to be drawn to men who you also have to save as well. These could be men who could be very much.
I'm sorry, but I can hear the laughing again.
Say what?
I can hear the laughing again.
I don't know why it's doing that. I don't have. What about now?
It's gone. So I know what happened. Somebody was calling me, so I put my phone on do not disturb. But after they called me, that started happening.
Okay, understood. Because I don't have it on. All right, so it shows that your long-term partner will be coming from somebody who you have to help as well. That was from the first person that did a reading, and it's showing the same thing for you as well. I
Hold on.
don't see
You said
long-term
somebody I
right
would have
now.
to help.
Yeah, and Pisces, Virgo,
So
12th house.
listen, the guy who I was just with is a Pisces, and that's who was just calling me.
Yeah. Well, it shows that you attract instinctively Pisces men. Mars in Pisces represents Pisces men energy.
Mm.
All right. And I say that because the anti-Mars would be in the 12th house in Virgo, which means that this person could also be somebody who's an escapist, somebody who either smokes, who either drinks, maybe have a sort of a escapist tendency. They could be somebody who either, went to prison, have some issues that they have to deal with mentally. There's many different things are connected to this placement, but it shows that this person could also be like a service person, but you're here to help them, not necessarily, be long term. But I see that you're gonna have a lot of very non-traditional triangular relationships, sugar.
Who am I at this point? Like, it's crazy.
All right, your next question.
Okay, so my next question was, am I going to have any children? Because I know the last time I had a reading, you said that you see complications, but I never really mentioned that I have had complications with pregnancies already. So yeah, I would just like to know if will have any children in this lifetime.
Whew. You know, you didn't tell me about any complications, but I saw it in your chart.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of complications you had?
I had two ectopic pregnancies where the baby was in my fallopian tube, and the first time they took the fallopian tube in the baby.
So it doesn't, I'm not too well versed with fallopian tubes, but how many fallopian tubes do you have?
Two.
And you still have one left?
Mm-hmm.
All right. What I see based upon this is that if you were to have a child, it would have to be through surgery. It would have to be through a particular way, through procedure. And I see complications still. The ruler of your fifth house is conjunct Neptune, is in the sign of Capricorn, and these planets are retrograde, which means these are past life related. You you chose a lot, but not a lot, but as you can see, Nessus retrograde, Pluto, Juno retrograde. That means that every one of these people are from past lives. Every one of these things, your Dark Moon Lilith, your Uranus, your Neptune, and your Saturn. What I see is that these experiences are past life related, sugar. You in a previous lifetime possibly may not have liked being a mother. In one of those lifetimes, those hundreds or thousands of lifetimes you've lived, and you felt a sense of resentment towards childbearing. And you could have brought that into this lifetime based upon what I'm looking at. And
I
that's what
kind
brings
of.
it. Say it again.
I'm sorry. I was going to say I kind of feel like my sister children. One of my sister who's not able to care for her children. She had 4 children. I always felt like her children was mine in the past life.
Well, I will say this because the fifth house, when it has Aquarius on it, that normally represents stepchildren. So there's a strong possibility that the people who you may be connecting with, or you may end up adopting, or being a humanitarian for children, and it could be in the family because when the ruler of the fifth house is Aquarius, is Uranus, and is sitting in the fourth house of family. This means that the family dynamic or somebody in the family, their children is your children.
Mm, yeah.
All right. Your last question.
Oh, basically, like, what should I be doing right now for career, like spiritual wise, or for a career?
What
I
do you do
already do a
now?
lot of stuff. I do a lot of stuff. So I have a residential cleaning business. I have my real estate license and my license to sell health and life insurance, but I haven't done anything with it yet. I also do music. I rap and sing. I'm a writer. I make
Okay.
clothes too.
Okay. I can see all of that. All right. So your MC right here, which represents like your status, your career, is sitting in the 10th house in your progress chart in Cancer. Cancer is ruled by the moon, and your moon is in Pisces in the 6th house. So, and guess what represents real estate? Sign Cancer. Guess what rules cleaning residency? Moon in the 6th house in Pisces. Also, guess what rule music? Pisces. And this moon is the ruler of your MC, which represents your career. The rest represent nurturing. You could also be a caretaker. You could also apply to be a CNA nurse if you want to. Also, you have Chiron here, which represents the key cleaner of the house. You have Jupiter there, which brings you luck in the area of real estate. So you are there, you're just not applying. It's showing that you're, with the moon being in Pisces in the 6th house, you self-doubt. You self-doubt a lot, and you have to learn how to release the self-doubting from your mind. The questioning, analyzing, is did I do it good? Am I on the right path? Should I be doing this? These things are going to stop you and have you to procrastinate too much. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Because you staring us blankly. I'm trying to figure out if you're there.
I'm here.
Are you in the best career path? All those things that you name, you need to focus on them even more so. Stop
Okay.
being distracted. Stop being here, there. Focus on one thing. Keep it going. Do it. Get into the real estate. Keep that going. And yeah, all those areas, all those things that you named are areas that are connected to your MC and all these placements here. You could make second house Pluto.
So, which do you think I need to focus on now with like the stuff that I named? I do music, and I haven't started with real estate and stuff. Baby, leave me alone.
These are for a game, Auntie.
That we don't play.
Which one you say you should focus on? You should do all.
Take it out of here.
The music is going to make you feel, because your moon is in Pisces, it's going to make you feel secure. It's going to make you feel at home. It's going to help to fortify your empathy, your psychic ability, your intuition, your sense of being connected to everything and everyone. So I wouldn't stop the music. I will continue doing that. Okay. As a matter of fact, because Pisces is on your 6th house, it is indicative of you to continue that because it helps with your health.
Okay.
All right. Well, I hope I helped you out a lot. You know, we were talking a lot, but I want you to take what I said. Don't take what I said for granted. All right.
Yes, sir. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
Thank you.
No welcome. You're welcome. All right. Where's Rakima? Because we got Asia. Asia.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm so sorry. Can you hear me?
Hey, how
Can
you
see
doing?
me? Oh, I can see myself. I'm sorry. I just wanted to ask how I could send the money. Because I don't have Cash App in the UK.
Oh, you're in the UK.
Yeah, I'm in the UK. Sorry, I was literally just in my bed. I didn't even think I was on I didn't know how this worked. I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna have to get me a PayPal. Hey,
Yeah.
PayPal. I'm gonna send you that. Are you on Facebook?
No, I don't have Facebook, which is why I wanted to Cash App.
Do you have
But I did.
Instagram?
I have an Instagram account. Yeah.
All right. So message me on Astro Einstein Quantum Healer,
Yeah, I've
and
got you right here.
yeah, that's on my Instagram. Message me there, and we, what I'll do after this reading, I'll just get to you about it. Okay.
Okay, so I just message you and my name.
Yeah, and just and I'm gonna contact you when it comes to that. All
Okay,
right.
thank you. Thank you.
So, but you do want a reading,
I would like a reading.
okay?
Um,
And I have one more after you, and that'll possibly be it for the night.
I would really appreciate that. Would you like me to send you my birth date and everything?
Okay. Are you okay with saying it right here?
Yeah, I can say it right here.
Okay. What's your name?
Aisha. It's not Asia. It's Aisha.
Aisha.
Mm-hmm.
Aisha. Correct.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Your last name?
Hussein. So HUSSAIN.
All right. And your date of birth?
May the 12th, 2001.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
2001.
Yeah.
What time of the day were you born?
1:30 p.m.
And where were you born?
London, England.
All right. 1 second. Let me get to it. Let me find you.
Sorry, I was. I really didn't think I was going to come on. I was so confused. That's why I'm a bit startled.
It's okay. It's all right. Thank you for being here.
I appreciate it.
Of course. Of course. All right. First and foremost, we got London in the building. That's right. London in the building, y'all. We all the way in the U mother effing K. All right.
I did want to say as well, I've been really, really like when you released the tickets for the quantum healing and the sessions, I was, hoping that it would be in the UK, but I understand that's a bit difficult, like coming out here as well. But whenever you're ready, I'm there.
I've already done a tour in London. I'm gonna do a next one sometime.
Okay, very excited. Very excited.
Yeah. I did a tour there. It was a pretty good one. I did quite a few sessions there in London. So that's something in the future to look forward to again, because the same people are there, and I appreciate you for saying that. All right. So, what are your 3 questions?
Okay. So first one is, what is my life purpose?
What is your life purpose? Okay. All right. So normally I look at the North Node and the Earth in your chart to look at your earthly purpose and your soul purpose. And your North Node is sitting. Well, first and foremost, let me ask you something. How's the relationship with you and your family?
It's a bit more difficult when it comes to my parents. I actually live with my mom. She's downstairs right now. Very close to my sisters, but more difficult when it comes to my parents.
Why is that?
It's really complicated. I don't know how to start. It's just a lot of things that happened when we were younger.
It's
like
okay.
I love my parents, but there's a lot of ups and downs. I come from quite a chaotic family, so I have very mixed feelings. I don't know how to explain it.
Aisha, that's what I want you to do. You see my shoulders?
Yeah.
Look what I'm doing. Look. I need you to be more vulnerable with me, okay?
Yeah, no, I'm willing.
I know that moon and Capricorn, energy is always tight and always got to be, I don't want to be vulnerable, because that's what that moon and that sign does. But the reason why I'm asking you these questions, because I want to be able to have a conversation with you so we could get to the bottom of it. You feel me? The reason why I'm actually, when you say about your purpose, I don't want you to slip and think that your purpose has nothing to do with your family, because it does. It's the reason why I asked you about your family. Your North Node is literally sitting here in the 11th house in Cancer. Cancer is ruled by the moon.
Mhm.
Your moon is conjunct Ceres and it's in the sign of Capricorn. So if I told you that you have karmic ties with your family, your parents, your homes, when it comes to living with them,
Mhm.
that's definitely there. But what your purpose is that in this lifetime, your parents, you're for your family, you're here to be a solid rock, a friend, a counselor to all of your family members. At one point, you are going to be the patriarch of your family, but it has to start with you being more vulnerable. With your moon being in Capricorn, your anti moon is in the 11th house in Cancer, which means that you're still super emotional. Even though you come off as not being emotional, this shows that you can have a detachment with your family. So the anti moon, when the anti moon is sitting in 11th house, this means that you're the black sheep. And you have to get past that feeling of being a sort of a black sheep or feeling distant or feeling unattached to your to your family so that you can become the patriarch of this family. You're supposed to be the rock, the guiding rock to your family, actually. And that may sound like not a big purpose, but that's what your purpose is. Your soul growth is connected to your family and expanding that. Like that's literally what you're here to do. I know you're like, damn, I wanted something like saving the world. I thought I was going to invent something to change the world. And I don't know if I resonate with this, but that doesn't mean that not your career. You're also here to leave a legacy. Your Saturn is sitting in Gemini in the 10th house. So you're going to leave a legacy here. You're going to be very great. Somebody, you're going to be well known, but that is not your sole purpose, is to be great. That is something that you design and to experience in this lifetime, but that does not mean that that's your purpose. Does it make sense what I'm saying to you?
Yeah, no, I understand. I think I kind of made that face because I usually want to like not run away from my family, but sometimes I'm like, I want to move somewhere else and just be attached. So having that on my shoulders just kind of feels like, oh, that wasn't the
Right,
plan.
right. So you, so your South Node is in Capricorn, and that means, and like in previous lifetimes, you were more focused on your career, on your status, how things look, the ego, the super ego, meaning worried about how things may look when it comes to you. And in this lifetime, you're here to more focus more on empathy, sympathy, love, family, compassion, nurturing. All right. Because you could bring that cold energy from a previous lifetime into now. And you possibly got it based upon this chart that you can have an icy sort of energy. All right. And still be loving. That's kind of sounds like crazy, but that's just what it is. So your purpose is connected to your family, being more nurturing, open, having detached emotionalism, meaning not being too emotional, but also putting in perspective that at one point in time you are to be the rock of your family. Releasing any I'm the black sheep and treated unfairly needs to be removed.
Yeah, I hear it. I feel like that kind of shows out with the relationship I have with my mom. It's that weird. We have a really weird combination type of like wanting to be detached from her, but also being very emotional, but not wanting to be emotional. And it's a lot. There's a lot
Yes,
of
it is. It is. I
pain.
see it. All right. Your next question.
So I've kind of gone through a bit of a hard rock mentally this past year. So I just wanted to, like with depression and anxiety, really bad depression. So I wanted to know, do you see in my future more mental peace? Will I ever get to a point where I will like look back at this period of my life and not like would I like stop suffering from depression and anxiety and stuff because of my life?
Okay. So what I've learned about people who have this placement that you have, the sun moon midpoint in the sign of Pisces in the 7th house. I have a question for you. What do you think triggers the sense of depression for you?
Do you know what it is? It's because it's live. I feel so difficult about being open. Like a lot of things, just how I feel about myself, just bad habits I have, things that have happened in my life, you know, just not feeling like I've done enough, very just disappointed in myself, a lot of things.
Okay. The reason why I say that is because with your sun and moon, your sun moon midpoint being in the 7th house in Pisces, there's a few triggers for that. One could be feeling of martyrdom in relationships or connecting to people in relationships, feeling as if you have to sacrifice more than you should. There's also your IC is in Scorpio in the 3rd house. Just like my friend who's a Virgo rising, only thing your IC is in Scorpio 29 degree. And what I see with this energy is, and another thing also, whenever I see Virgo rising and I see Pluto in the 4th house squaring your ascendant, that's normally a clear indication of somebody who's very intense, who does not know how to let things go. And that means in the past, because the 4th house represents the past. So does the 8th house, and so does the 12th house. And you basically, you have your Mars in the 4th house, which is a rule of your 8th house. You have also Pluto in your 4th house, Chiron in your 4th house, Pallas Athena in your 4th house. And the only way that you can come out of this sense of depression is by applying philosophy, spirituality. You also have a problem of overthinking. You see,
Yeah.
Jupiter is in fall in the 10th house, and it's in detriment in the sign of Gemini, and it's conjunct your Mercury, which represents your thought process. You literally have to learn how to meditate. Your mind never shuts off. And if you've been put on any kind of medication, that sort of makes it a little harder. You're not on medication, right?
No, not yet. I take ashwagandha pills to help, which is not really, you know. But I'm trying to go to the process of seeking help and stuff and getting medication because my brain is on 100 miles per hour.
I know. And you need, and I tell people all the time, and this may sound crazy. People say I say this for everybody, but you need to hemisync. Your left and right brain hemisphere is totally left brain dominant. You are an overthinker, and you have to shut down and quiet down your mind. Until you do that, you will continue to be in the energy of depression and anxiety. The only way to do that is to quiet down your mind. And in order to do that, you can use hemisync to neutralize your brain, your left and right brain. And then after hemisyncing, you have to practice meditating. All right. You can't meditate because, or as long as you want, without losing attention, is because your left and right brain hemispheres are not equally equalized. So I'll send you a link and on Instagram on what you need to use in order for you to get past that. Let me take a look at your progress chart. What's your next question?
My next question is so I'm 23. I just turned 23. I've never been in a relationship. I just wanted to know I think I have idealistic expectation of love and true love because of like all of these, movies and books. Do you see love in my future? Because I'm someone who I've actively really struggled with romantic relationships. Like I kind of pull away or I go in too deep, then I pull away and I just don't understand myself.
Are you saying that you've never been in any relationship at all in your whole entire life?
It was like things that are not really anything long, really. No, not really.
Like short flings?
Yeah, but I always mess it up.
How do you mess it up, Aisha? Be vulnerable with me. You got to talk with me.
Because this is just too much. I just don't know. I think sometimes it's just not being as interested. Sometimes it's being too intense. People will like ghost me or I will ghost them, or I just don't like the idea of a relationship. It just feels, although I desire it, when I'm in it, I feel suffocated when it starts getting there. So I kind of run away sometimes. I do think that there's a lot that goes on in my brain. So I think for that reason, I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to go to therapy and figure it out. I don't know.
Okay, no problem. I got first and foremost, looking at your progress chart, you suffer from low iron. You're anemic, and you have to take more iron in your blood.
Okay.
All right, first and foremost. Secondly, your dark moon Lilith is an Aquarius. You don't want, and so is your Venus Pluto, and the ruler of your seventh house is in Aquarius in the sixth house. So you're very much a nitpicker. Your intensity actually can come off as being weird to some of the people who you date. Do you understand that? But it's only because you date, you're delusional in your relationships as well. You have this idea that how it's supposed to be, and is not necessarily how it's supposed to be. And I'm saying this is because the ruler of your seventh house is an Aquarius, and that rules different, eccentric, unique, and it's Neptune. Neptune is about smoke and mirrors, delusion. They won't ever really get you, or you won't ever really get them. But I will tell you this though: love will come towards you in the form of working with somebody, meaning on a job, on a career. You are going to find the person that's very weird like you on the job that you're working on, that you will be working on. So will a long-term relationship happen? I don't think it's going to last between 5 to 7 years. You didn't design your life to be focused on two things: working for somebody for the rest of your life, two, not being in a relationship, one relationship for the rest of your life and getting lost in there. Those are two things based upon your chart that you didn't choose to be, because you got lost in the work related area, being focused on just doing a job and staying on that job and losing your focus, and also the area of long-term relationships.
Are you saying that
So
that's something that will, sorry to interrupt you, are you saying that's something that will not happen or something that will happen?
I'm saying that you've done that in a previous lifetime, and in this lifetime you won't. Just, you need freedom. You're going to need freedom in your relationships, and your partner is going to need freedom as well. You are your hunches was right. Your long-term relationships are not to be like a traditional, like your mom and dad. If you're trying to pattern your relationship after them, you will feel very, very disappointed.
I feel like sometimes I kind of go for like more eccentric people. Like I've dated across the board in genders and like more eccentric people, and um I find myself kind of chasing that. I think I don't really see my future being conventional.
Your chart doesn't show conventional, sugar. When
Mm-hmm.
the ruler of your ascendant, the ruler of your descendant is sitting in the sign of Aquarius, and then you have dark monolith in Aquarius, this shows that you could possibly date. You don't have any boundaries when it comes to the gender that you date. All right.
Yeah.
Meaning diversity. Diversity is very important, and you're here to love everybody, and
Yeah.
everybody's here to love you.
Mm-hmm.
And I won't necessarily paint that romantic Disneyland fairy tale that you may have told yourself from books and television, that that's how your life is supposed to be. No, that isn't the way you design your life. You designed your life to have a diverse experience in from different people, and to experience love in many different ways.
Thank you. Whew, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Mhm.
And I hope that you take those words very seriously, and thank you for choosing me, for being all the way in London, staying up this time, and taking and making this call. I appreciate you.
Thank you. I just want to say one thing quickly as well. I really
Go
appreciate this as well, because I didn't
ahead.
think this would happen today, and I really wanted it. Like I felt like it was necessary for it to happen right now. So it just kind of, it was like fate-ish. But yeah, thank you.
You're very, very welcome. I want to thank you for, like I said, choosing me to help guide you in this lifetime. All right, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.
I will. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye. All right, my last one. Hey, Kima.
How you doing?
The sound is right. Excellent. I know it. I gave you
Come on
extra
now.
time. So what's
How
good?
you
What's
doing?
good? I'm
Good,
doing great,
good, good,
sugar.
good. I have some questions for you.
Go ahead.
My first question is, I am dating somebody right now. And
What?
funny. You're funny. I am dating somebody right now. And of course it's my ups and downs. And of course you're gonna say, well, you stop controlling people. But it's basically I want to know, when would it mature to its um comfortable spot? It's Does that make sense?
Do you have this person's time of birth?
I do.
Well, we could look at a
So
source.
it's 8/26,
Give me,
1978.
give me a second. What's the person's name?
Cedric Duran.
Duran.
Doran.
All right. Date of birth.
August 26, 1978.
And time of birth.
Let's say 12 a.m.
Uh, 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 uh. You took my class. You know exactly how I feel about let's just say.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, we just look at your chart to see how it works out. I was going to do a composite chart to see how well y'all, with the relationship purpose is for y'all coming together. But we're going to just look
Mhm.
at your chart. All right. So what's the
Okay.
question is you ask again?
When is it going to progress? Like, get to, because right now, there are many times I feel like I want to run, like I'm done. But there's something more there.
Okay. All right. Let me progress your chart so we can take a look and see what's going on.
Your face kills me.
My
Because
face
I'm
kills you.
seeing your face looking at
What do you
it
mean
and
by
I'm
that?
anticipating what you're about to say.
You got me like, what? My face kills you? Damn. I don't want to be a face killer.
You is too funny.
Anyway, so back to you.
Right.
All right. So you want to know when it will mature.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Where you met this guy?
You said when?
Where?
Online.
Online. Okay, I see you. All right. Okay. Um. Okay. Your moon, Saturn, arrows. Jupiter. Where's Jupiter? Scorpio in the 11th house. So how long y'all been talking? So I can know if it's a long term, short term.
January.
Okay. So first and foremost, this person is also very past life ish with you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is the reason why you feel drawn to them. I say that
Mm-hmm.
because the 11th house rules social media platforms. It rules friends and associates, humanitarian efforts, hopes and wishes.
Mm-hmm.
And I take a look at, first and foremost, your south node, which represents past. The 5th house represents romantic relationship, which you are in right now.
Mm-hmm.
And if I look at it, there's not much here, only Astria, South Node. Now, you already know we look at the ruler of each sign, and the ruler of Gemini is Mercury. And your
Mm-hmm.
Mercury is sitting in the 11th house of social media, and it's conjunct Venus in Sagittarius.
Mm-hmm.
So where's this guy from?
He's from New York.
Okay.
He's American.
Okay. And what do you guys have in common?
Um, Ambitious, hardworking, but I think what you said that we have that past life because I can feel that he has more feelings towards me. However, I may not necessarily see it.
Well, you need to get his time of birth. That's what you need to do. All right. I tell y'all about dating without charts. It's like going down into a country without a GPS or a map.
You're funny. So you don't see it progressing. You're not able to see that part yet.
Yeah, no, I see it progressing. I see when the ruler of the fifth house is conjunct Venus, that represents pleasure, enjoyment. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have to take a look and see what's going on with your progressed seventh house. And what I see here is the ruler of your Venus, your Mercury is in the same sign as the ruler of your seventh house.
Mm-hmm.
So the fifth house ruler is
Mm-hmm.
Mercury,
Mm-hmm.
and the seventh house ruler, which is the long term relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So fifth house is short term, seventh house is long term, and Leo is on your seventh house of long term. That's the sun.
Mm-hmm.
It's conjunct Mars and this Psyche,
Mm-hmm.
and the ruler of your fifth house of short term relationships is Mercury. It's conjunct Venus, and Venus is the middle ground between your Mercury and the rule of your fifth house and the rule of your seventh house, which means that it could progress into a long-term relationship. However, you cannot leave out your spiritual beliefs. It has to be aligned, or not, it will be the separation factor. Thirdly,
Mm-hmm.
you cannot leave out enjoyment. Do not try to make this serious from the beginning. You have to
Mm-hmm.
literally enjoy the energy, because when this Mercury, this fifth house ruler, and the seventh house ruler is in Sagittarius, that rules freedom, you
Mm-hmm.
literally got to learn together in order to grow together. Y'all got to have the same philosophies, the same spiritual
Mm-hmm.
beliefs. If that doesn't happen, then this guy will be removed from your life, and there's probably be somebody there that will be aligned with you if you two do not grow together.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So the possibility of it growing and maturing into something long term, it is there. But those factors have to be taken into consideration. So your next question.
Okay. So my next question is I have, how can I say? I have a court case and like my funds, and when do you see that progressing or ending or coming to a solution?
Okay. Court case. Seven house. Capricorn, Ceres, Juno, Saturn. is in Virgo in the third house. We're going to gym stuff.
So, moreover, would it be solidified within this year?
A
couple of months. You killing me.
What I see is the 7th house has Capricorn on it. That's the rest there, Juno. The 5th house, the 7th house ruler, because this rules court cases. But the 9th house rules final judgment. And with this here, Saturn is in Virgo, which represents more work, critiquing, as the arrows there. And I also see the sun there. Chiron, which is a ruler of Virgo, is in the 11th house. What I do see is critiquing. I see that it's possibly going to be a little drawn out based upon certain things that are missing from this case. Small details, small here, there. There's going to be a lot of fine teeth combing, and it's going to take a little while in order for you to get it. But what will happen is you are going to get your money. It's just going to take a while. There's a lot of nitpicking and a lot of this going on, okay? But it's coming. And that's what I see.
Okay.
Your third house, your third question.
Third question is business. Can you basically tell me, are you able to tell me in what month this year you would see it start?
What you talking about?
My business.
Your business? What is your business?
Starting a beauty store.
Oh, let's see. Your MC is in Pisces. Neptune is in the 6th house. Then you have Capricorn on your 7th house, which represents business. Your Saturn is in the 3rd house, which rules. You talking about timing? All right, let me give me a second. Let me cast a chart. Okay, so the indicator of, let me share the screen first so you can see what I'm looking at. So this is a Rory chart, which answers the answer to your question. The beauty, as you can see, this question is a Libra rising. That's on the horizon right now. When it comes to business, the indicator for that is Saturn, and that's in Neptune. That's in Pisces in the 5th house. You have 10th house Virgo, and Virgo is ruled by Chiron, as in Aries, 21 degrees in the 6th house, and Mars is there too. So, and North Node is conjuncted, which represents a sort of an impulsiveness towards starting this. But there's how should I put this? With the Saturn in Pisces, you trying to start this year? Okay. Neptune. What time this year are you trying to start it?
If it can be at least like late summer, I would like it to be, but I kind of see it happening maybe September, November.
Okay, the reason why I asked that is because Saturn, which is the indicator of business, is in Pisces, and Pisces ruler is here as well. Is on the 29th degree in Pisces. All right.
So are you saying it should be now?
I'm saying that you can do that before this goes into the sign of Aries. Yes. And I can go into sign of Aries between, as I see 20 degrees, between now and next year February.
Okay. Okay. So
All right.
basically, it can be anytime now to February. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. All right. Well, thank you again. I missed you. I didn't hear from you in a long time, so I'm glad you're doing well. You got your little bugaboo. You know what I
I'm
mean?
done. I'm so done with you. Hopefully, I'll see you in August.
All right. Definitely, definitely. Well, you enjoy the rest of your evening. Always great to see you.
Take care.
All right. All right, y'all. It's been a pleasure, honor, just being of service for you guys. I gave it a great 2 hours and 41 minutes. Now it's time for me to go. I'm going out, do a little exercise, do a little thing or two. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. All right. I want to say a very thank you for everybody who is here. You are the NVPs. All right. Thank you guys. All right. Astro, over and out.